All right, let's try this again for the second time. So thanks for joining. We've got quite a bit of weather, mainly through the first 12 to 18 hours of today's forecast. And as we look here in the top left, all of our rain and wind today and just the really nasty conditions is associated, and this graphic really doesn't show it the best, but it's actually going to be two areas of low pressure that's going to move through the region. And by late tomorrow morning, we're going to have one low pressure system, and it's going to be located over the Delmarva region. But that low pressure system is going to really undergo some intensification and deepening. And so initially, we're going to see, just to be honest with you, a lot of light rain through this afternoon and this evening. We have a warm front that's straight across our south, and it's going to be lifting north. And then this cold front, you can see this offshore, that will also move through overnight. Now, as that cold front comes in, there could be a chance for, and it's looking less and less, of a probability that could happen. But there could be a chance of an isolated strong and severe storm. And the main threat would be some damaging winds if that was to happen. But we're really not expecting that. But the main concern is as that low pressure system pushes through, we're expecting winds to pick up late tonight and continue into the day tomorrow. So we issued a wind advisory early this morning, and I'll show you some more additional information on that later. Once this low pressure system moves through, we're actually looking at a very quiet period for the remainder of the week. We will see temperatures cool down behind that cold front, especially at night. But to be honest with you, we're still looking at above normal temperatures over the week. And a couple of days ago, literally our next chance of rain could be this weekend, but models are starting to back off from that, with them starting to trend most of the precipitation to our south. So we'll look out and see how that continues to the trend. Right now, I think we got 20–30% chance over the weekend, but I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up going away. And this could end up, our rain today could end up being our only rain that we see over the next several days. Real quick now, we're going to kind of look at the timing of rain and storms. And this first snapshot here is at noon today, and this is kind of what the radar looks like right now, where we have some light rain down across the south along a warm front, and then the blues would be more like some very, very light rain and drizzle. And so we expect that generally the light rain to start to spread north up into all of central North Carolina. And then you can see that as we get into the evening and overnight hours, the rain starts to cut off, and so the rainfall amounts have actually trended down quite a bit than what we were looking at a couple of days ago, and so the flooding threat also looks like it's starting to decrease as well. As you can see also, the timing of the precip is really starting to cut off, and a lot sooner. So we're looking at precip for the most part being out of here shortly after midnight. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if at this point we're still seeing a little bit of drizzle, but not much accumulation. And we're going to look at another timing graphic here, and this is timing graphic of our strongest wind gust. And this starts off, this 2 a.m. starts off when the rain's starting to pull out, and that's when we're really expecting the strongest winds, is once that system lifts to our north and the rain starts to lift off to the north as well. And you can see we got an extended period basically starting from around 3 a.m. To about late morning lunchtime tomorrow of the potential for, wind gusts of 35 to 45 miles an hour. Now, we're not expecting it to be blowing 45 miles per hour magnitude wise the entire time, but we will see a steady 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts, and then you'll see those intervals of stronger gusts mixed in. So this will be the prime time that, if we are going to see any weak trees or tree limbs come down, it could result in sporadic power outages. It will be during this time, and that's why we issued the wind advisory. Looking at the 7-day precipitation, again, you can see all our precipitation is basically expected over the next 12 to 24 hours. These rain amounts are probably going to be a lot higher than what we actually get, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see an update and these rainfall totals actually come down quite a bit. We were seeing a potential earlier for about two inches across the south to as much as or as little as a half inch across our northern counties. I really expect these numbers to come down, probably looking more at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches across our southern counties. Looking at our severe potential in the pretty much entire areas under marginal risk. And again, I've already talked about this, but if we are going to see any storm activity, it will be this evening. But the window looks very, very limited. And to be honest with you, we're really expecting the wind gusts that develop behind the rain to be our primary threat. But if we were to get something, the main threat would be some damaging winds as that last little bit of showers pushes east through the area. Excessive rain outlook. Earlier today, we saw this marginal that was across all of central North Carolina, so we're already starting to scale that back, and I wouldn't be surprised if with the afternoon update, we continue to push that further to our west and south. Here's our peak wind gusts that we're expecting. Again, tonight and tomorrow, strong wind gusts of 35 to 45 miles per hour. It's going to make it difficult for the high profile vehicles that are out and about late tonight and tomorrow. Could see some sporadic power outages from tree limbs, and anything that's not secured will be blown around. So again, the wind advisory is in effect through around midday tomorrow. Looking at the bigger picture here at all of our risk, and again, everything's centered towards today and tonight. Basically, the isolated chances for a few severe storms and a little bit of rain, and then really highlighting our wind threat here, as you can see. Looking in week 2, there's right now an increased chance for below normal temperatures, but we'll see how that ends up verifying, because it's been a very mild winter, especially over the last several weeks. And it looks like, we're going to continue the trend of seeing above normal chances for precipitation. So the other thing I want to point out also is look how our temperatures, our average highs and our average lows are really starting to warm up. So winter is definitely closing, only a few weeks left. Real quick wrap up. Again, isolated flooding, maybe even isolated strong severe storm this evening, but our main concern that we want to highlight is a strong wind gust potential, and we expect that to start late tonight and into the day on Tuesday, and we're expecting wind gusts to peak out between 35 to 45 miles per hour.